come with me as I run 30k today. We're getting into a point of ramping up the training. I managed to sign up for Ultra Trail Australia, otherwise known as UTA, which is in May next year. I've got plenty of time to train for that, which is a 105-kilometre race through the Blue Mountains, 4,000 metres of elevation in total, ups and downs the entire way. And at about kilometre 95, I have 1,400 almost sheer vertical steps that I need to climb, which is going to be interesting. I think that many steps after 95 kilometres, potentially 20 plus hours of running, that's going to be hard. But I've also potentially swindled myself a ticket into Cozzy 100, which is end of October. A little bit nervous. That's going to be a tough race. I am a little bit behind my training plan because I kind of got a little bit deflated thinking that I wasn't going to get in there. And thank you to a friend of mine, Bjorn, who is hopefully going to get me a ticket. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm excited, but I'm also scared. So training needs to ramp up. Today is a slow run with distance, focused on just getting the Ks into the legs. I'm going to hopefully follow it up tomorrow with another 10k. Just continuing the training, getting my body conditioned to running on sore legs, because they're going to be fucking sore. Now, it's been interesting to see the psychology when you have a race booked in. Lots of people talk about this, of the idea of the kind of post-race blues, so to speak, where you get a race done, you've been working so hard for it, and once it's done, if you don't have something else to work towards, foot comes off the accelerator, you lose kind of a sense of purpose. And I see this happen in life and business all the time as well. So many business owners have their eyes set on a particular milestone or objective. Whether it be, I want to get to 100 grand a month, or I want to get to a certain amount of money in the bank account. I want to buy this next property. I want to achieve this particular goal. And they don't have an iterative process to set the goal thereafter. I refer to this as one-dimensional planning. It's the idea that most of us are transactional in our thinking and transactional in our acting. And as a result, we focus on one thing at a time. The issue with this is that first and foremost, inevitably something comes out of the periphery that competes for the same resources that are required for that primary goal, and you often need to make a scarcity-based choice. So if I want this, but I don't have enough resource, I have to choose between one or the other, or I might need to forego something else if I want to work towards having both because of the lack of planning. Second, you achieve the thing, or maybe you fall short of the thing, and you get disheartened and you fall off the wagon. And that ultimately ends up, in many cases, doing more harm than good that you had created in the first place through setting the goal initially. So what do? Well, we implement what we call three-dimensional planning. So the process of three-dimensional planning is essentially about creating a holistic roadmap for your goals and aspirations over the short, medium, and long term. Now, in a financial context, that is typically up to 20 years in the future. And we go through all of your lifestyle goals, the holidays, the experiences, the hobbies, the interests, the toys, the renovations, sending the kids to a nice school. All of these things are qualitative in nature and are going to require a combination of time and or money, right? And once we get clear on all of these things, we can quantify them, reverse engineer them to define what are the financial resources required to achieve all of these things. Next, we then define all of the financial goals, because not all financial goals have a lifestyle implication. There are some financial goals that you want to achieve to provide for a future lifestyle, or just to give you freedom and flexibility in the future. But that future is undefined. Further, there's certain things that you want that are ego-based, right? So we want to get clear on what's the house you want to buy, when do you want to pay it off, do you have goals around your property portfolio ambitions, are there goals around passive income, do you ideally want to be at a point where you can be financially free, do you want to be at a point where you can give your kids a leg up onto the property market? All of these things, once again, we can define, work out the financial resource required, or the milestone to achieve, and then reverse engineer that backwards. And the idea of this is that we can then set a single income target. What is the activity required in order to maximize the probability of you achieving the result? Or if you do fall short of the activity required, it then allows you to make it very easy to do a trade-off conversation of, okay, what are the priorities and what is the order of elimination so I can focus on the things that are most important to me first. Pretty simple, right? Simple, not necessarily easy. Why? Because most people don't know how to do this. We've never been taught how to plan properly. Doesn't matter if it's wealth related or business related, fitness related, we don't know how to plan. And it typically starts with the fact that we don't consider our goals deeply enough because we are focused on the superficial, because the superficial is typically known. It's the transactional stuff above the surface. It's the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. And the issue is that that is rarely the root cause of the problem or the solution that you're trying to achieve. And if you focus on that thing, you're likely going to get superficial transactional results. Case in point, fitness. I want to lose 3 kilos, let's say. Why? That is not the goal. That is potentially the vehicle that gets you to a particular goal. The goal may be, I want to feel better about myself. I want to be healthy. I want a sustainable lifestyle so I can look after myself and have the energy to be able to live life on my own terms. I want to be able to run around with the kids in the backyard without feeling puffed out like I'm going to die after 5 minutes. So this is the goal, and then we need to understand the significance. Well, why is that important? That's a tough question to answer for a lot of things, and it's the awkward pause that we try to fill with a knee-jerk reaction, which is once again very rarely the reason why. We need to take the time to ponder, why is this significant? So for example, people ask me, Jackson, you've gone from like 0 to 100 literally with this running stuff. Why? Why is it important? Why are you punishing yourself? Why are you doing this? It's not about running. It's about the game that I play with myself of proving what I'm capable of. Proving my ability to do hard things. Proving my ability to muster up the courage, the mental determination, the ability to endure that physical and mental pain to get to the other side and be part of those few who are able to do these things compared to the majority who couldn't in their wildest dreams imagine doing it. Do I want the glory? No. It's definitely all about the journey, and it's about continuing to develop the muscle memory of following through with my commitments and doing the grind of the work, the hard work that the vast majority of other people are not prepared to do in order to reap the rewards that the vast majority of people never will. And that's my philosophy for life. And it's also aligned with my belief that how you do anything is how you do everything. I want to be seen as a high-performing person in all aspects of my life. That means I have to be high-performing in all aspects of my life. And this fitness piece, although I dabbled in terms of martial arts and whatnot, I would never consider myself an athlete. I was a recreational martial artist. And this is the first foray that I've ever had into something that would be deemed kind of high-performance athlete level training. I'm by no means an athlete, but I'm working towards it. And if I ever had that title, I want to earn it, because that's the only way to do it. And that needs to correlate with all of the other things that I do in my life and my business that ensure that I'm living congruently with my values. And I see so many people that don't do that. They say certain things or they act a particular way based on a value system they have, say, in their business. But yet they have a completely different value system when it comes to how they choose to live their life, particularly around their health, whether that be physical or mental health. So that's something that's really important to me. Now, the idea of this goal setting is ensuring that we're super clear on what are the outcomes we're trying to achieve, why they're significant, and we reverse engineer the simplest path, or the straightest path, should I say, to get you where you want to go. And then when you have that path, we then want to make sure that we've got the appropriate decision-making frameworks to navigate decisions as we proceed. So there's always going to be crossroads. The issue is, for most people, navigating those crossroads is subjective. Because I don't know the measure of success. They go off gut feel, they're clouded by past experience. These subconscious lenses influence the quality of their decisions, which influences the quality of their outcomes. And as it was famously said, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always got. So you must have a mechanism for influencing the quality of those lenses, and in turn, influencing the quality of your decisions. Because unless your decision quality goes up, your outcomes will never improve. So this is the basis of all planning, guys. This is the basis of all high performance. Get clear on the outcomes. Dig deep. Get through the superficial. Find yourself in the ambiguity of your own wants and desires, and fill that space with meaning. Because unless there's meaning, you're never going to get it. Next, understand how to quantify those goals and break them down into actionable steps. The smaller the steps, the better. I'm not going to do 30K in one step. It's thousands of steps. Next, make sure that you understand the activity required to get the result. Because everything worth anything in this world is fucking hard. Because if it wasn't hard, everyone have it and it wouldn't be valuable. You're not going to value shit that you get easy. You will take it for granted and you will find a way to self-sabotage. Doing things the hard way is often the best way. And building that relationship with hardship, that you enjoy the process because you're building yourself, you're building your ability, and you're creating your own subconscious moat around yourself that no one is going to attack. You barely will even need to defend it, because the vast majority of people in your life are never going to be prepared to do what it takes to come after it. Because they go, fuck, that's hard. I don't want to do that shit. That's yours to keep. And that ensures that you're always ready for whatever life throws at you. Because this work that I'm doing here has exponentially improved the quality of the way that I've shown up in other aspects of my life. And I feel prepared. I feel ready to fight those physical and mental battles to get the results that I want with no slither of a doubt. And then it's about having those decision-making frameworks that stop you from drinking your own Kool-Aid, buying into your own bullshit, and making stupid decisions based on historical programming that doesn't serve you. Because when we can force ourselves to be systematic and objective with the way that we make decisions, we can control the outcomes far better. So I'm getting back to work. We're 2K in, 7 minute per kilometer pace. Let's get after it.